Thanks so much for joining me for 5 new 5-star items found at Sephora, and I picked up actually 6 new items, and there is a surprise hit in there that I was not expecting, so make sure to look out for that. I'll also be making sure to tag those items with the shopping tabs that'll pop up here. So I like the option of being able to click on this tab. You can try it as the first one comes up and you can see all of the information about the product. You can see the other shades or the other variations of it. And those are just like affiliate links, like in the description box below, because I know many of you want to continue to support this channel through using affiliate links. And thank you so much if you do. It makes a huge difference. I'll try to signal with a little bell or something the first time it pops up so you can click on it if you want to. Oh yeah, and also if you have not subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you did. So all you have to do is go to subscribe and click that. And if you want to click the bell also, that will alert you whenever a new video comes up. I do want to mention one more feature too to make this easier for you in case you liked something that you saw in a video but you don't want to go back to that video and rewatch it. Say in this video, the 5 new 5-star items from Sephora, there's a little store that I can create now on my YouTube channel. You just go to the channel, find the store tab, and you'll see various collections there. So if I have a favorite brushes that you wanted to know about, or favorite staple items, or a sale that's going on, or in this case, the Sephora 5-star, new 5-star, 5 new 5-star items, then you'll find it there as well. And you can click on those tabs and those are also affiliate links. Something I really love, eyeshadow sticks. We have a few thrown in there today. We've got a complexion product, which was really impressive. We have a lip product and a blush. And I had such good luck the first time I did a 5 new 5-star product from Sephora, and I tried it with another retailer, it didn't work as well. But with Sephora, I found some hits that I'm continuing to use over and over. So I thought I wanted to try this again with Sephora, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start out with just hydrating my lips. Lip balm, actually this is a lip mask by Fenty Beauty, and it's really hydrating. I use this as a lip balm, and it's one of those that you turn and then just a little bit comes out of there. Okay, we're gonna revisit a foundation I haven't been playing with as much lately, but I wanna revisit it because I don't have to add as much powder, so I wanna see if that makes a difference. Since I'm not powdering as much these days, I'm making sure to prime so I can skip that step. This just mattifies. This is by Chanel. It's their Perfecting Makeup Primer, just right in the front here. If you noticed, if you've been here before, I'm swung the camera around so it's front facing now. It used to be in the corner over there. So let me know if you have any ideas for back here. I had some just fragrance bottles out before, but it looked a little bit busy. So now I've just got my Chanel snow globes there and a couple of fragrances. I actually want to try some Chanel fragrances. I've tried the little ones, the samples, but let me know what your favorite ones are. And do let me know if you have ideas about what you'd like to see back here, because I can always change it up. So please leave that in the comment section below if you've got some great design ideas. Okay, we're gonna go in with the Prada foundation. Skin Optimizing Foundation, Broad Spectrum 17. Again, I wouldn't use this as my SPF. I remember the finish was different on this than I had expected. You can see there, it's gonna be probably a little bit deeper than my skin tone because my hands are darker than my face. And this is in the shade MW40. Let's add a little bit to the exterior first. We'll do a thin layer. If you have an olive tone to your skin, you can see there's a bit of an olive tone. It more closely matches my neck than my face. My face has a pinker tone to it. I'm gonna do a quick Gucci brow here. You can tell it added color to the front of my face, which is opposite of what I normally do. I'll normally just really focus on the shade match for the center of my face and then bronze on the exterior. Okay, also went in with the Clear Brow Gel by Jones Road. It's really nice. Okay, let's go in with a little bit of under eye concealer, going with Chantecaille's Le Camouflage Stylo. Then just taking Trench here to cancel out this darkness under the eyelash line. Let's go in with our first product, and I haven't opened anything yet. This is, I don't know if I would count this as part of that 5, but I noticed it was new, and I'm always willing to try out a color corrector because you can still see I have some slight dark spots there, not as bad at all. But Sephora came out with this product, And this is the skin corrector. So they had, I think it was maybe green and then an apricot color, which is more orange than this, and then peach. So peach is for, I think, light to medium skin tones. I'm always willing to try. So this is in 03. It looks like this. And, oh, this is, I was expecting a doe foot. This is the reason why I was intrigued, because it has this sponge tip applicator. And I thought this would be good for really getting that product into the skin and flat, like flush with the skin. So I'm just trying to follow the arrows. Is anything happening here? I feel like nothing's happening. What do I do? Okay, I'm gonna just keep twisting this. I might see you in like 5 minutes. Oh wait, just kidding. There's some that just came out. Okay, it already feels more fluid than I thought it would be. But that's the color right there. It's definitely peach. Probably be a little bit more effective because this foundation is not peach toned. It's actually got like an olive tone to it. So let's, oh, there's a, that's what I was seeing. There's a hair across. Okay, so let's see. Oh, that's actually quite nice. That actually worked quite nicely. You can see up here. So let me see if I can stay forward here and help it focus, because I like that it's a more fluid consistency. Oh, you can see, oops, went in a little bit heavy-handed there. But I like that it has this little sponge to just get it really close to the skin. So I really put a lot of pressure on that one time, and then some of it came out. And then I'm not putting pressure here, so I'm just trying to blend it in with this applicator. But if I go like this, it'll add a lot more. Oh, I'm just gonna add where I normally would add concealer, which is here, here, and then on my chin. Okay, so I'm quite impressed with this so far. This accomplishes a couple of things. It allows for a very light layer to be applied at a time, especially when it comes to color correcting and concealing dark spots in the front where there's more texture anyway because of pores. So I think one of the mistakes is to pull for a very opaque concealer that is also thick. So Clé de Peau is the most opaque concealer I can think of that I've used. And that one is really good because it doesn't create a lot of thickness, even though it's opaque. Because I've gotten some orange peel texture from other concealers that I've tried, especially when I wear them over time. Now, I'd love to do a wear test with this to see what happens. But what can happen is I can get a raised texture because the oil starts pushing and manipulating that concealer. What's great about this one is that a light layer can be applied. So whenever I build concealers, especially other concealers than Clé de Peau, I'm very careful to build slowly and with thin layers, because that way I typically don't get that orange peel kind of look. The other thing I like about this is that it's a sponge applicator. Now, I don't know over time how this is going to do, but it really gets that concealer as close to the skin as possible. And that's another reason it looks so seamless with the skin. So just quick first impression, I'm very impressed with this. So we'll see how this does over time, but I just picked this up kind of on a whim to see how it would do because it was new. The only other concealer I can think that I've tried like this was a Sisley concealer. It was for the eye area and I liked the product, but that little sponge thing fell off the concealer, the Sisley one, so I wasn't able to use it. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else like this because I think it's so smart as long as it stays on. So I'm excited about this, but you can see here how it looks. It works really well with my skin tone. And I have not powdered. Very nice. Okay, so let's go in with eyes. Now I have mostly eye products here. I love eyeshadow sticks, but nobody seems to make them. But now it looks like NARS has a couple. And then I picked up a Laura Mercier. They've been making those forever, but it says new. So I'm not quite sure. It might be reformulated. Let me know what's new about it, but it said new on almost every color that wasn't a matte. You know, I love this palette by Chantecaille. If you have not seen it, it is the it's upside down. This is the Cheetah Eye Trio, and inside it has 3 shades, and one is a neutral, like a neutral matte for the eyelid, and then the other one is a deeper color for the crease. And I think I said when I was making that video that I had been looking for eyeshadow sticks like that, and then I noticed NARS had some that might work for that purpose, just to build dimension really quickly. And then I like the shimmery shade in that palette as like an eyeliner almost. I said this would make a great eyeshadow stick. And so I found a Laura Mercier that I think might fulfill that purpose. So let's swatch along the way too. So let's go in with this. This is a peach shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that and see how it looks. I was just looking for something that's kind of like my skin tone, but just evened out. Okay, so this is kind of doing the job of that Chantecaille. We'll swatch them all at the end to see a comparison. But this really reminds me of that idea of evening out the skin tone. Like, that's beautiful. Okay, that's so interesting. So you can see there, it is lighter than my eye, but I've got some darkness on my eyelid. So just to even out that tone. It does a bit of color correcting for that darkness also. I was afraid this might be too peachy looking, but it's not showing the color of peach. It's just showing that it's color corrected a bit on my lids, which is what I wanted exactly. Okay, so that was super quick. Love that. Oh, by the way, I did put this color corrector in the corners of my eyes just to see. I want to see what happens if it creases or not. The next color is also by NARS. It's in Oblivion. So this reminds me of that matte shade, but yeah, I like that. It looks really fresh. Right in the crease. And wow, this is also reminding me of that shade. So these are exactly the kinds of products I love because it just builds dimension but doesn't add color. Okay, very, very subtle. I mean, it's really subtle. But so far, really even going on. I like that. The mattes can be tricky. Okay, now we're going to go in with the Laura Mercier here. We're going to use it as an eyeliner, kind of like I did. If you didn't see that cheetah video, I always say I'm gonna leave a link, and then I forget. But I will try to remember to leave a link in the description box, and then you can go ahead and watch it because this also reminded me of the shimmery color in that palette. And what I liked is that it opened up the eye. That's why I really liked it, because it didn't add color, but it added just a little bit of glow. So we're going really close to the lash line. Oh, wow, this really looks like it on, but let's see once we swatch how close we are. So that's how it looks on. And let's add it below, just like I did with the cheetah. This, to me, looks really close. Really, really close to that look. Let's go here, and then below also. I'm just emphasizing right here in the center a little bit more. I'm gonna do the same on top, just to focus that light more to the center of the eye. I'm gonna add some mascara, and then let's swatch these against that cheetah palette and see how close we are. I just went in with the Chantecaille, not the Faux Seal Longest Lash, but the Faux Seal mascara, the one that just has this design on it. It doesn't have the waves on it. But I wanted to show you, I swatched the cheetah palette here, the Chantecaille cheetah palette, and these are the shades, and we're gonna swatch the NARS next to that. Okay, and so this is much peachier, but it serves as a really nice neutral base on me. Like I said, it cancels out that redness. I really like that. Very smooth going on. And then this is the shade that reminded me of the crease shade in Oblivion. That looks really close. There's a little bit of pink in there, I think, compared to this crease color. Although I have to say that this is not meant to be a comparison. It's just, this is what inspired this. This is not as intense as this color. Then Cheetah is a little bit more intense in terms of being able to build it up. So let's see if we can add a little bit more of the NARS in the crease and see if we get any more payoff. Yeah, so I would be careful though, because I feel like it could get a little bit gummy. Yeah, I feel like this can get a little bit gummy if you add another layer and then create a residue where it pills up a bit. So I think I would just leave it there. But really nice going on, also very even. And then let's try this Laura Mercier. This is the shade Moonlight. These look very different as well. Yeah, it's like a lighter and cooler, but it has a very similar effect in that it opens up the eye. I'm gonna skip powder, but let's see what happens next, because this looks so nice right now. That color corrected area, like it looks really good. But I think this next product might disrupt it. I meant to try this a lot earlier, but I can't exactly remember what happened in the sequence of events, but I picked up the Hourglass blush. This is in the shade Scene, and I like this because it was muted. Okay, shake well, turn the bottle upside down, and gently press a soft button on the bottom to dispense 1 to 2 drops. Apply to the cheeks and blend using their brush or your fingertips. So this is one of their brushes. I think it's like the something edit. I can't remember, but this is an hourglass brush. Shake it first. It's flexible here, it's pliable, and then you push that. So let me take this lid off. I have it on my hand here so you can see the color. Oh, it's pretty. It's this color right here. You can see it's got a little bit of warmth. So let's try not getting the eyeshadows at the same time. Okay, this has a nice fluid kind of feeling to it. Now I'm wondering if it's going to disrupt this. I think it might. So let's just go on the corners because I can see it's like a little bit of separation there, which makes me think it's going to break this apart. But let's see. I feel like I need to just shake this up a little bit more. So I mixed it up a little bit better. Okay, so here's how it looks if you don't have like concealer or any kind of color corrector underneath. So now we're gonna have a little test here and see what happens. I'm gonna let it dry down just slightly though before I go in, because I feel like if I go in right now, we're gonna have a problem. I'm being really careful, and so far I can see that it does have the potential to disrupt any kind of concealing or anything you've done underneath. Going in really, really gently. I don't think I would apply like even this much onto that front part, because I can just see we might have an issue, a problem. So again, I'm gonna just let it evaporate a little bit, get some of that moisture off of there. I'm applying it here to my the high points of my cheek, and then I'm gonna take it inward. Definitely skin enhancing though. It's a really pretty finish. So then my question is this going to dry down? I'm just gonna go across the nose as well. Okay, so far this seems to be holding pretty well. I mean, I can see though, if I start moving things around, it's gonna shift, but that's how it looks on my pores right now. Looks pretty good. And then here's a close-up of the eye also. Okay, so I'm going to just do something with my hair and then we'll come back with the lip. Okay, I can see this might just break apart with that hourglass, but it looks really pretty. Like it's a really skin flattering kind of blush. It's really pretty. I think this color is exactly the kind of blush I would wear. It's not too warm, it's not too cold. It's like a neutral blush on me. Okay, and then let's just add a bit of bronzer. So I have this CL bronzer, it's SPF 30, and I'm just gonna use this part of the hourglass brush and then add it to my forehead and then right under the cheekbones. One more product in here for the lip. This is by YSL. This is one of those things that's like a new to me product because I don't think I've tried. Have I tried this before? I can't recall. To me, that's new if I can't even remember. So this is, okay, this looks familiar, but I like the glossier look these days. And this is in the shade 05. It's making a noise though. I think it's not supposed to make that. It's not supposed to be that loud, right? Candy Glaze Lip Gloss Stick. But this does have 5 stars, so I do want to try it. So we have here, again, 05. It's a rose pink shade. Yeah, that's really pretty. I was looking for something to just put in my bag that would be nice and hydrating and add just a little bit of color. I've been trying a lot of like lip tints. I've been trying out lip oils, those pH lip products. And then I just wanted something to deliver even more color, but not be a lipstick. So I liked the idea of it being a gloss. Now I'm also seeing there's a lip oil stick, which maybe I need to try next because that looks really nice as well. So let me know which one you like better, this one or the lip oil. This was the surprise hit of the whole thing, and I really had maybe it's because I had lower expectations. I don't know. I didn't really have expectations of this because I've tried products similar to this before and they didn't perform well. It was this Sephora Best Skin Ever Color Corrector. It's really nice, and I think part of it has to do with the formula. It's thin and lightweight, but really has some nice color correcting properties to it. It's opaque enough. It's buildable, and then the applicator, which can be, we're gonna see how this does over time because this usually is where the issue is with products like this. This part doesn't last as long as the product inside. So we're gonna watch that. I'm gonna keep using this. It's really easy to use, and this gets it very, very close to the skin. It's a great color match for my skin. It has a lovely finish as well. It's a very second skin-like finish. It was very consistent with the foundation that I used as well. So I'll use this with other foundations. I think I prefer this without powder on me. It looks really nice with this just on there. I feel like if I had gone on top with a powder blush, that would have been really, really beautiful with these two products and then no powder. This also looked really nice without powder. So it did have a nice dry down to it. So this, I don't think has any stars on it, but I would give this right now 5 stars based on this impression of it. I want to see how it does over time. That's really going to tell me if it is truly 5-star or not. I think a wear test probably would be in order. Let me know if you're interested, but I will be testing that out in the background. Then for the next products, which were all, let's drop them, which were all eyeshadow sticks. I love eyeshadow sticks. These are all very impressive. So the mattes went on smoothly, the ones by NARS, this peachy tone, and then this more like taupey tone. They went on evenly, smoothly, no issues, very fast application. So I love this because you don't need a brush and it goes on and stays. So this one had enough time to play with before it set, because sometimes eyeshadow sticks, they set really fast or they don't set very well. So it's a balance. I want it to give me enough time to kind of move the product around and then set, and then not move after that and not crease. So I'm just looking here. So far, I don't see creasing, but I've had it on for like an hour or so. So I will continue to watch. Yeah, but let me know if you want to wear test on this. I can do that. And then I loved this because, like I said, after that cheetah palette, I was hoping I could find an eyeshadow that would do the job, an eyeshadow stick that would do the job of that shadow, because it's a little bit easier to use in this format. As you can see, they were not the same colors, but it did a similar job in that it created light in that area without adding color. Interestingly, I washed my hand and these are the shades that remained. They're the eyeshadow sticks. So the powder, of course, washed off, but these stayed. On first impression, these are a 5 because it does all those things. Even application, it has enough time to move around, but then it does dry down and set. But I wouldn't go back and add more later because that's when I saw potential for it to kind of bunch up a little bit on that crease color. This blush, I think this one is really pretty for if you have, I think drier skin might like this. Let me know if you have dry skin and you've tried this. I have combo skin, so I'm more oily here, more dry, normal on the outside. So it really is flattering on the skin right here, because it doesn't set onto pores. It meshes really beautifully. Like I can't see pigment particles on my skin. I just see this beautiful color on there. So they did a really nice job with that, making it really seamless with the skin. It's up here in the front. So it will, I can see, if I went in any more with this, it would disrupt this. So I was really careful. That's my only thing, is that it looks like it would move this around and it doesn't dry down as much as I would like in the front. It looks really pretty here though. I mean, it's just really beautiful. So it's a skin flattering kind of blush. If you don't like powder blushes, this might be a nice alternative, but just know if you have any oily skin up here or need to conceal and then put this on, you might run into an issue. And then let's take a blush, taking Valentino 09 because that's my favorite neutral powder blush. So let me just lean here. So if you were interested in this blush and you have the same issue as me, where you have to conceal here, but then you like that glow there, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try adding some of this Valentino 05 right to the center, just in the middle, just to kind of keep that together because I just see it might fall apart here. So just putting a little bit of powder in the front and then having it glow, I think you can get it to work. Unless I'm not going to conceal in the front, I think this would be really nice. I will try it without concealer at some point, but just in case you have to conceal, I wouldn't put those two together. So it's a 5 out of 5 for that seamless, skin flattering, undetectable kind of product, where it looks like a no makeup because you can't see those particles individually on the skin. Very imperceptible, but because it's not gonna work up here where I need to bring blush, I would not give it a 5 out of 5 because it's not an effortless product for me up here with concealer. I think this is such a pretty shade and really easy to wear. I'm gonna be keeping this very close by because I really like how it just livened up the whole look because it was really neutral with everything else. But that is it for my 5 new 5-star products at Sephora. Let me know what you have been loving, what should I be trying. Let me know what other retailers you'd like me to look at where I can try 5 new items that have 5-star ratings because I really like to test those things out and see if they are really worth the 5-star rating. But that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well if you enjoyed this video. If you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.